What's up, everyone? My name is Sylarclone, and welcome to Ace Academy. This is a game that's currently in its alpha state. It's a little bit of a visual novel mixed with what they say a little bit of dating simulation and some other elements as well. Let me read you the Steam synopsis real quick so we can understand what the game is a little bit about. I've only seen a little bit of this, and this looked like something rather interesting because it has some anime aspects to it as well. But here's the synopsis. I actually don't know too much behind the story of it. So in the year 2049, mechanized robots, commonly called gear, were developed for military application. Since then, their versatile functionality has led them to not only become commonplace in commercial use, but also spawned an entire sports entertainment industry. The prevalent use and popularity of gears has created a new academic field known as xenorobotics. It kind of sounds like a little bit along the lines of what esports is today, except with robots and really cool shit. Due to unforeseen circumstances, the protagonist finds himself transferring to Ace Academy, a premier school for xenorobotic studies in Japan. Cool, we're going to be in Japan. He struggles to find a team willing to accept him and his outdated American, it's in quotes, American gear to compete in the intramural tournament. When compared to the sleek, robust, and advanced technologies of the Japanese counterparts, his search feels utterly hopeless. That is, until he finds a group of pilots just desperate enough for another member. This is where your story begins. Ace Academy is a comedy-centric, slice-of-life visual novel with sci-fi and romance elements. With hundreds of choices available, you can experience the storyline and interact with characters in a much more personalized way. So this, in all honesty, is very, very different from anything I'm ever used to playing. This is going to be very more of consider your decisions and how they're going to affect how you talk with people. And stuff like KOTOR with what we're doing, or even Skyrim, you could say whatever you want to people and just get away with it. If they don't like what you say, you just kill them, or you just walk away and talk to them all over again. So this sounds like it's going to have long-lasting effects on the relationships we build. So let's get started, and let me know what you guys think of this in the comments below. Like I said, this is in alpha. They're still developing it. It should be released a little later this year, maybe. I don't know. I don't know all too much about this. So welcome to Ace Academy on early Steam access. Currently in development, blah, 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 blah. Get a few things set up. Rollback function. That feature allows you to scroll back and repick options within a certain period of time. Enabling this feature will not impact the story in any way. Disabling will provide an achievement and other possible goodies. Okay, would you like to enable? Now this is a tough decision right off the bat. What if we screw up? You know what? We're going to go for the achievement. We're going to go for the achievement right away. We're going to kind of YOLO this. If anything, we can go back and try anything again later. Male MC's first team. You know what? We're just going to go with Sylar and Clone. Proceed to Sylarclone? Absolutely. Yes. Main characteristics. Athletic. Looks like we have different classes here. Athletic speed and endurance come naturally to me. I'm always looking for new ways to improve my strengths. Hold my own in a fight and react quickly in tough situations. Intelligent. Knowledge is power. I excel in academic studies and can pick up new things easily. Exams are a breeze, even with little to no studying. And intuitive. Do they look stressed? What's their body language like? What are they really trying to say? I've always had a knack for reading people and their emotions. Well, I'm going to kind of play this little bit around me a little bit, so you get to learn a little about me as well. Definitely not the athletic type. While I was an athlete in high school and everything, and do some sports from time to time, I'm not really the athletic type. And while school did come easily, I've always had a knack for just kind of reading people and being able to tell what they're thinking, you know? So we're going to go with the intuitive side. Yeah, intuitive. See what that's like. That's it. Good luck at Ace Academy. Thank you, game. Looking forward to this. Like I said, I have no idea what to really expect. I've only seen a little bit. Paying attention.
We will be arriving at our destination shortly.
Okay.
Please ensure you have all your belongings prior to exiting.
I'll make sure I'm not going to leave anything here on the train. Sounds like we're just waking up. What? Something strikes my cheek. Ow! Oh, I turn away from the window and see a small hand beside me. Nothing here. Oh, this is... Nikki. This is a nice train. This is really cool looking. That's really pleasing. Very bright. Like it's early morning. That's really kind of cool. I glance at her sleeping form. She was always a bit of a restless sleeper. I move her hand back to her side. Not as gently as I could have done it. We're almost there. She may as well wake up. So it sounds like I'm going to have a little elements where I'm going to be reading to you guys as well. I'll try to get into the voice acting. I'm not a very good voice actor by any means, so I'm certainly going to try. She stirs and stretches with a wide yawn, hitting me in the face again. Ow! That, when she must have done on purpose.
Oh, hey bro.
What's up, sis?
Looks like I dozed off there.
It's okay.
Did you sleep well?
She's got some big brown eyes. Unusual for a blonde. Revenge? What is this sleep you speak of? Sleep is for the weak. Grumble, grumble, grumble. Oh, we are just waking up. I'm not really much of someone to be disturbed when waking up, so I'm going to kind of grumble my way up. Folding my arms across my chest, I sink back into my seat and mutter under my breath. If I had been asleep, I would have been a rude awakening, so I think I'm entitled to be a little grumpy.
Aw, someone's a little cranky pants.
Are you surprised about this? Go away 5 more minutes. What's up? As she pats my head, I sink deeper into my seat, my protest gradually devolving into nothing more than a low growl. Nikki beams at me. At least one of us is enjoying this. Sounds like a little sister. The sun shines in my eyes, catching my attention. The sky is ablaze with deep reds and orange as the sun creeps towards its reflection on the glittering ocean. Oh, that just sounds great. That's a nice, just verbal visual right there, just painting this picture for us. We can kind of get an aspect of it just by looking at the screen, but you know, with it something being that descriptive, that's a very good image. A soft breeze ripples the trees beyond the coast. The leaves seem to wave goodbye to us as we race past. Just perfect. Nice sounds right there.
Doesn't it look like something out of a fairy tale?
It certainly sounds like something. There's a smile on her lips, but her warm eyes search my own. After a moment, she looks down and slinks back into her chair.
You know, you didn't have to come too.
Of course I had to. If my sister's this way, I'm not going to let her travel to a foreign country all by herself.
You didn't have to come too.
Of course I did. Well, that's a jerk. Great, back I go then. That's what Big Brothers are for. Someone has to take care of you. You know what, I'm going to go with this middle option. That's what Big Brothers are for. After everything that's happened, we're all we've got left. I wouldn't be a very good Big Brother if I let you move here all alone. She sighs, but a smile plays at her lips.
How did I know you were going to say something like that?
Because I'm your big brother. You should know what I'm about to say.
We have arrived at Izokaze Station.
Ah, cool. I think we've reached our destination. Fantastic.
Oh, that's our stop. Come on.
Let's go. Go, Nikki. Izokaze. As we exit the train, I'm bombarded with a cacophony of noise. Lots of big words. That's nice. Businessman walks briskly past, talking sternly on his phone while a nearby mother tries in vain to soothe her screaming child. A group of older women sneak quick glances at us and whisper amongst themselves. Every so often, they burst into laughter. Okay, I can kind of relate to this. I did get a chance when I was in college to go to Japan, and for those of you who don't know, I'm about 6'4", 6'5". I stand out a little bit over there, so I was used to going around in all these touristy areas and watching some of the locals or people visiting just kind of stopping and staring at me, and I would catch their glances as I would turn back because I'd watch them just follow me as I walk past them. So I'm used to something like that. And this, again, it's a very good picture. We're at a train station. It's very busy, very detailed with these sounds. I like this so far. This is making nice images, even though it's just a novel. Nikki eagerly steps off the train and breathes in the cool air.
That's more like it.
I bet being cramped up and traveling like that, in a train especially, an airplane's bad enough, but I couldn't even imagine a train. She glances back at me and puts her hands on her hips.
Hurry up, Slowpoke.
Never. Still waking up. Struggling with the weight of both of our luggage, I stumble off the train. The suitcases fall ungracefully beside me onto the platform. It's a good thing there's nothing fragile in here. Offering to carry both of our bags no longer seems like such a good idea. Well, at least I'm trying to be helpful with it. You know, I'd probably do something like this in real life. Try to carry all the bags off and just end up spilling them everywhere. Great. Fantastic. Wonderful. I take a moment to stretch my burning limbs. Oh, you know, sitting in an airplane, being as tall as I am, I can understand that and relate to that entirely. You see Uncle Kaito yet?
Not yet.
Yes, I guess
When were
that's
we
someone we're
supposed
supposed
to
to be meeting. 6:30-ish. Looks like he's running a bit late. Probably traffic. After a few minutes of scanning, a familiar face appears out of the crowd.
Uncle Kaito!
Hey, Uncle Kaito, how's it going? His face splits in a wide grin.
Welcome to Japan!
I'm not sure if I should be offended or not. Nikki giggles at Kaito's English.
Hello, my name is Nikki.
I'm not sure still if I should be offended. Okay, these are some weird options. Hey, hello, Uncle Kaito speaks fluent English. Fuck. Well, hello just sounds like it's gonna get me a bunch of stares. Because they're not doing anything like that. And I'm sure based on how they're doing things and how he looks, he probably speaks fluent English. And you know, if this is my family and they're both doing it off each other, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm gonna stick with just, hey, still waking up, we're grumpy, our limbs burn from trying to get everything, we're just kind of jet lagged a bit as well. Hey, Uncle Kaito.
How's my favorite nephew doing?
Okay, I guess. I'm your only nephew.
Still my favorite.
Touché. Nikki laughs. Well, that was quite the sound from a little lady.
Sorry.
I guess she's hungry. Uncle Kaito roars with laughter.
Let's get some food in you.
Food sounds great. Let's eat. I guess we're going to be traveling to wherever it is we're staying. ...
Welcome home.
Home? Bright light. Oh, wow. Wanky place. This place is the opposite of the cozy yet cramped apartment I expected. Instead, I feel like I've just walked into the cover of a home decor magazine. Well, that's certainly what it looks like. Got the big old TV, desk spacing here, bookshelves, a little table.
You guys hungry? Dinner should be here soon.
I am starving. Let's eat.
Sweet. What are we having?
Food, Nikki. What do you think?
Well, I figured it'd be good to expose you to some true Japanese cuisine.
So what are we eating? Which is...
Sushi, of course. 100% bona fide nigiri sushi to maki sushi.
What? Say that 10 times fast. Sounds good. Personally, I'm not a big sushi fan, but, you know, in Japan, I'm guessing this character is. I could do with some cold raw fish.
Somehow, when you say it, it doesn't sound so appetizing anymore.
I mean, as someone who doesn't like fish, I've had cold raw fish before. Not that bad. Me, though, it's still fish. Kaito lets out a hearty laugh.
By the way, your things came in a few days ago.
Our things beat us here. That's
Why
unusual.
don't you two go upstairs and start unpacking while I get dinner ready?
Let's do that. Sounds good. Nikki nods, and we head upstairs together. That's cute. ... Up the stairs we go. This is a nice room. This got a lot of space. Big TV, cabinets and drawers for a nice desk, all of our stuff here, bed, a little lounging area, nice mantle. Only this was a fireplace. The hallway upstairs is narrower than the one back home, but Kaito's house is not small. Well, we kind of gathered that. Look at our room. Nikki heads into the first room on the right. My room is right beside hers, and Kaito's is further down the hall. Even with all the boxes lying around, I'm surprised by how spacious my room is. It might even be larger than my dorm room at CINY. I head over to the wall and sit on the edge of my bed. Goodness, Kaito had the beds made before we arrived. I don't remember which box holds my linens. Makes sense, especially after a long trip. Maybe it's this one. I pull the nearest box towards me and rip open the top. Just clothes in here. May as well start putting some of this away. Oh. I just emptied the box when Kaito's voice echoes from downstairs.
Hey guys, fruit's here!
Food! I would be sprinting down after dinner.
I'm stuffed.
Nom nom nom. Might as well not. Feel too full. It's getting late, and if we're jet lagged, we'll probably want to go to sleep. Ditto. Kaito eats the last piece of sushi and washes it down with some green tea. That's very Japanese of him.
Oh, that hits the spot.
Only imagine, that sounds delicious. A nice cup of tea. Kaito leans back in his chair, resting his hands behind his head.
So, what was CINY like?
You know, college. The usual. Exams, messy dorm room, part-time job.
And you still managed to save enough money to buy yourself a bike.
I'm good with money, what can I say, Nikki? Nikki Clone, she keeps the name as well. True, I could have bought it sooner if maintaining a gear wasn't such a money sink.
Oh, you're still using your original gear?
Why wouldn't I? Yep.
Is it giving you trouble? You should probably replace it if it needs that many fixes.
But it's the original one. Why would you want to do that? Everyone says that. But when I think about all the time I spent with Dad, oh. I think I figured out why we just moved to Japan. Based on this and the dialogue from earlier of we're all we have left, sounds like our parents passed away. Well, that's really sad. That's right in the feels. I'm not ready to put those memories aside, especially now that they can never be replaced. Yeah, that's sounding like we lost our parents. Besides, Dad was great at what he did. I know there's still plenty of fight left in that mech. I guess, but Dad and I worked on it together. A lot of blood, sweat, and tears went into it, and I'm not quite ready to give up on all of that hard work.
It's true. Especially that one time when Butterfingers here dropped the torch.
Hey, you said you would never bring that up
There
again.
was a lot of blood.
It happened once. Got a nice nasty scar. Nikki! She smiles sweetly at me. How can you say no to that face? Very easily, you're my sister.
What? I'm just backing you up, big bro.
No, you're not. You're picking fun of me. Uncle Kaito laughs.
I understand. It should be arriving at the academy any day now. All you'll have to do is present the proper ID to claim it.
So the gear takes a little longer to process than all of our stuff. Interesting.
Oh, yeah, that reminds me.
What's up? Uncle Kaito jumps to his feet and grabs something off a nearby table. That's a nice visual right there. If any of you have ever seen, someone just kind of quickly get up and run to go get something, that's the visual I just got with Uncle Kaito. That's nice. He returns with a packet of papers, which he hands to Nikki.
Here are your transfer papers. They're already filled out, and all the docs you need are in there. All you have to do is hand this to the headmaster first thing tomorrow morning.
Wow, he's nice and prepared.
Okay. Thanks, Uncle.
Nice guy. He hands each of us a SIM card.
Put these SIM cards into your phones.
What's a SIM cards
anyway?
anyway?
To them to start you off.
So in 2049, we're using SIM cards. It's 2005. Kaito looks over at me.
And you took care of your transfer stuff?
Yes. Oh, nice camera with the nod. It was nice.
Great.
I pop the new SIM card into my phone. After a moment of waiting, the phone boots up to an empty contacts list. I quickly exchange numbers with Nikki and Uncle Kaito. Of course, some important ones the people we're living with. I can add the rest of my old contacts later.
Don't hesitate to call me if you need anything.
Absolutely. If I'm in trouble, you'll be the first man I call. We won't. The conversation lulls into a silence. Hey, Nikki. We should probably head to... Let's try this again. Hey, Nikki. We should probably unpack a bit before the jet lag takes over. That's a good idea right there.
Good idea.
All right. Don't stay up too late, though.
Because if any of you have ever traveled overseas and experienced jet lag, it's awful when it finally sets in. We excuse ourselves from the table and head upstairs. Because I remember when I had jet lag when I went over to Japan, I was sitting there eating, I'm sitting there just... and all of a sudden I'm sitting there waiting for food and everyone to get ready, and I'm falling asleep, and people are going, Sylar, wake up. No. Alright, time to unpack. Oh, nice sounds. I managed to put most of my things away before I'm interrupted.
You done unpacking yet?
Not yet, Nikki. What's up? Nikki seems tense. Although there's a small smile on her lips, her brows are furrowed and worried. Just about. What about you?
Almost. But hey, what do you think about this whole uniform thing? It's kind of weird, isn't it?
Well, it's a little weird, but it's different. Different cultures, different schools. So yeah, we're going to have to adhere to their cultures, and even though we're not used to it from the States. She shifts uncomfortably from one foot to another. Alright, what's up, kiddo? It doesn't make a difference. I think it's a great idea to be like one of my Japanese animes. No, it doesn't make a difference. Doesn't matter. We'll get used to it. Nikki stares at the ground.
I suppose you're right.
Oh yeah, it'll take time.
Oh, I almost forgot. What kind of uniform do you have to wear anyway?
The best kind?
Mine's normal, but you're going to Ace Academy?
Okay. What difference does that make? Shrug. The dress code says something about distinguishing the students in the pilot program from the rest of the student body. The pilots wear teal markings to indicate their program.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Sounds fancy,
You
actually.
transfer directly into their pilot program, right?
Well, isn't that what I just said? Yep.
I heard that
Man of many
program's
words,
hard to get
Sylarclone.
into, but I never doubted you. I hope they're ready for
Glad you had
because
faith in me,
you're
little sis.
going to kick butt.
I'm gonna certainly try to. Thanks, sis. The clock on my nightstand flashes 11 p.m. I think it's time to go to bed. It's been a long day. We got a long day ahead of us tomorrow.
What? Already?
Yes, kiddo. I gently herd her out of my room.
But it's
Get
not
out.
that late.
Yeah, but jet lag is a thing. Come on. You don't want to be falling asleep in class now, do you? Really? We travel over here and then we're going to class the next day? Wow. She pouts, and I'm worried she'll continue to argue. But she just mumbles something incoherent and turns towards her room. Night.
Night.
I returned to my mess of boxes, tried to organize them into something resembling a neat pile. As I reach for the last box, a picture frame falls to the ground with a loud clatter. My heart tightens in my chest as I snatch up and inspect it for any fractures. Sounds like something that's important to us. Or if it's a picture of family. Luckily, it's unharmed. Oh wow. I run my finger over our smiling faces. Me, Nikki, Mom, Dad. Picture of family, that's probably the last image we have of each other. That's what we look like. It's me with blonde hair. Glasses up. Tiny. We were at the fair, and Nikki wanted to ride the roller coaster. I remember Mom and I had just argued over something stupid before the picture was taken. Never be able to tell from this photo. Mom always looks so poised and together. I placed the frame beside my computer, trying to ignore the lump in my throat. Right in the feels. That's very descriptive of where we're putting that. I lay in bed and close my eyes, but my thoughts refuse to quiet. Eventually, my exhaustion takes over, and I fall asleep among a tangle of questions and what-ifs running through my mind. Always the rough time. Always when you're going to sleep is active. Guess it's the morning. Oh! What? Soft sunlight filters through my window, warming my cheeks, sorry. The distant melody of birdsong is nearly drowned by the annoying blare of my alarm. I roll away from the window and see 7 a.m. flash on my clock. That can't be right, can it? Yes, it can. Time to get up. Well, it's our first day of school. Commence Operation 5 more minutes. Alright, I'm personally really guilty of commencing Operation 5 more minutes all the time. But it's our first day of school after jet lag. Time to get up. We're on a schedule. I turn off the alarm. I've never been a morning person, but I actually don't feel as tired as I normally would. Even though I'm even feeling kind of energized. Jet lag works in mysterious ways, I guess. At least I won't be late for my first day. That's always a good thing, making a good impression. Pushing myself out of bed, I automatically begin my morning ritual. Without thinking, I grab my jeans and have them halfway up my legs before I notice the uniform slung over my chair. Crap. Forgot to dress and have the uniform. This'll take some getting used to. Obviously, having a uniform is always going to take some getting used to. I slip off my pants and grab my uniform. I'll admit, as far as uniforms go, these aren't that bad. They're a little too flashy for my taste, and not all what I was expecting. But the cut is flattering, and the teal stripes look pretty cool. Because we're pretty cool. I face the mirror to fix my tie. The knot could be better, but there haven't been many opportunities in which I've needed to wear a tie. That's true, after my first year of college, I didn't really have much experience wearing a tie, but when I pledged my fraternity, I was wearing ties quite often, but still it took me until my second or third year before I finally really got it down right. I still look damn good, which is all that matters. Damn right, always looking good. After a quick check to make sure I've got all my things, I head downstairs. Time for breakfast, it sounds like. I soon arrive in the kitchen, eager to begin my day. Waking up successfully at this hour feels kind of like a big accomplishment. Well, absolutely. Nikki stifles a yawn as she sets down a plate of eggs and toast. Suddenly, I don't feel so accomplished. Did you make one for me too? Oh, you didn't. She blinks in surprise and it takes a moment for her to respond.
As a matter of fact, I did.
Nope. She grins and places another plate down on the table.
Look at you, big bro. Waking up bright and early.
Just give me my coffee, we'll be good to go.
Starting over to the next level.
You know what? New country, new school. Time to turn over a new leaf. Give me my coffee. Hey, I try. Where's Uncle Kaito?
He already left for work, so we'll have to lock up when we leave.
No matter, we should lock up anyways, no matter what. I nod, and she slides over to me, wearing a playful look. In her white shirt and plaid skirt, she does a little twirl and looks expectantly at me.
So?
You're my sister. Want. She does look cute. This is going to make my job hard. What do you mean, so? A little sister can't be this cute. I'm going to go with, what do you mean by so? ... I stare at her blankly. I stare blankly at her. So... what? She rolls her eyes, but her voice is still sickly sweet.
Don't you notice anything different about me today?
You're wearing a uniform? Did she get a haircut? Leave the stove on. Shit. No, dyed her hair? Style? Maybe. Not sure. Should I go with that? Nikki taps her foot, her smile faltering. I need to say something soon. I like what you did with your hair. I like there is a question mark.
No.
Thought that was the right one. Shoot. Okay. What about our eyes? Colored contacts? Nope. Still amber. Ding. It's your ridiculous clothes. Nikki's eyes widen. She kind of looks like she got the wind knocked out of her. Oops. I'm right, aren't I?
Ridiculous? Oh my god.
Oop.
Do I look just awful?
No, you're fine. No, of course not. I mean, it's a weird choice, but if you're going with the naughty schoolgirl look, then you've got it down.
A weird choice? This is my uniform, you jerk. I didn't choose.
Better than calling her one of my anime girls. That'd be weird. Oh, that explains a lot. And light bulb goes on. We're not very bright. Like what I'm wearing now, except not at all. Suddenly, my uniform doesn't seem so bad. Haha, did I say ridiculous? I meant great. You look good.
Ugh, forget it. Finish your cold toast. We're going to be late.
We finish our meal in silence, with Nikki occasionally shooting hurried glances my way. Means we need to get going to school. I wolf down my food and gather my stuff, then meet Nikki by the door. Oh, the music changed. That's nice.
How are you going to get to the academy?
That's a good question. My motorcycle, obviously.
Oh, you don't need a permit then? I remember you were worrying about that.
Crap, I knew I was getting something. I probably need a parking permit. Permit? Shit, I completely forgot. I'll need a parking permit for my bike, but they should have a visitor parking which I can use if I can find a spot. So what should I do? Should I take the motorcycle anyway and hope for the best, or should I take the bus and take my bike once I've gotten a permit? You know what? I'm gonna take the bus. Normally I'll be all for, let's take the motorcycle, no big deal, but, that's hoping on the first day we're gonna be able to find a spot right away. Whereas with the bus, we're gonna get there, we can get our permit, get set up. We know we're not gonna be late if we're following the bus schedule. You're right, I'll take the bus today. I need to sort out my parking situation before I can take my bike. Only makes sense. Nikki nods in affirmation.
Which bus will you be taking?
The line that heads to the south side of the city. She pouts.
Aw, I'm taking the one going west.
Oh, I want to be able to make sure my little sister's able to get into her school, alright? Not at the same intersection, is it?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, darn. Oh. Well, at least it'll help you get familiar with the city.
Yeah, you're right.
I'd rather not have my little sister be walking around all by herself, but you know what? See you later, then?
Have a good time at school, okay?
You too, kiddo. He beams at me. Sounds like we're off to school. Cars whip by as I approach the bus shelter. There are a few people waiting. I plunge my hands into my pockets and lean against the shelter to wait. So American. A sharp squeal of brakes announces the bus arrival. A few people trickle off the bus, and I fumble in my bag for my ID. As I enter, I tap my ID on the scanner, which responds with an affirmative beep. Without waiting for me to find a seat, the bus jerks to a start, nearly knocking me over. If any of you have taken public transportation, you know exactly what it's talking about here. There aren't too many free seats available, so I stumble unsteadily towards the back of the bus. As I glance around, I notice that a majority of passengers are wearing Ace Academy uniforms. That's comforting, I suppose. There's a free seat beside a girl my age. Oh! Hello. She stares intently out of the window and sits with her back uncomfortably straight. Her uniform lacks teal stripes. I think she's probably not a pilot then. I guess she's not a pilot. She seems pretty cute, so I wonder why there's an empty seat beside her. Maybe she's not that friendly? Man, I'll take my chances. I'd like to at least know one person from Ace Academy. Let's take our chances. I fall ungracefully into the seat beside her. We sit in silence as I muster the courage to speak to her. Eventually, she shifts uncomfortably under my gaze, and I clear my throat. Go to Ace Academy too? Oh, our game is on point. I mentally slap myself for choosing such an idiotic question. Obviously she does. That was one of the worst first things I noticed. To my surprise, she smiles warmly. Well, that's good.
Yes, I do.
Yuna Misaki. Oh, that's nice. She gestures at my uniform.
You're in the pilot program? I heard it's very competitive and difficult to get into.
What everyone's saying. Yeah, we're gonna be kind of humble about it. Yes.
Yes, you're in the pilot program? Or yes, the program is very difficult to get into?
Both. Yes?
Oh, okay.
I don't think she understands. She waits politely for me to say more, but when I don't, she resumes her gaze out of the window. Such a... Every once in a while, I catch her glance sideways at me. She's checking us out. Right. I didn't catch which program you're in, or your name for that matter. I'm Sylarclone.
I'm Yuna Misaki. I'm studying PHPT.
PHPT? What's that?
Pilot Health and Physiotherapy.
That's a mouthful. Before I can ask anything else, the bus grinds to a stop. Must mean we're here.
Ace Academy.
Obviously. Well, it's nice to meet Yuna. It's a beautiful campus. I hop off the bus and Yuna follows suit. The roar of the departing bus does not dampen the student chatter. Yuna pulls out her phone and checks her schedule. Ask where her class is. Let's see where she's going right away. So what's your first class?
Introduction to Psychology.
Good way to start your day of the new school year. Psychology?
Mental health is just as important as physical health. That class is...
Is what? She points over her shoulder towards a towering building in the distance.
All the way over there. What class do you have?
That's a long way away. Check my own phone. Piloting 101. Even better way to start the day.
Oh, you're first year?
No, second. The credit wasn't accepted when I transferred.
Oh, I see. Well, welcome to Ace Academy.
Thank you. It's gonna be a fun time to be here. It's gonna be a good school year. Thanks.
Well, if there's anything you need help with, or if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I pretty much know this campus inside out.
That's good to know I have someone that I can rely on now. Thanks, Yuna. See if she knows how someone gets a parking permit, head out on your own. No, let's ask about the parking permit. Might as well get the information. Thought dawns on me. Actually, do you know where I can get a parking permit?
I do. I can take you there now, actually, since I have some time before class starts.
Great, let's go get our parking permit. Great, that helps out a lot. Thanks.
Of course. Follow me.
Absolutely. Yuna weaves through the throng of students, and it takes most of my concentration not to lose her. Just getting so engulfed by all the sights and sounds. I notice the number of students lounging around the front lawn. I assume those are the upperclassmen. Sounds like upperclassmen. The ones who are used to the university working. The student with worried eyes moving somewhere between a walk and a jog must be the first years. Sounds like college. Eventually we pause in front of a grand building, which looks like one of the ones we passed. I stare hard at it, trying to find a way to distinguish it from the others. Yuna watches me.
Is everything okay?
Huh? Oh, yeah.
Then let's go inside.
Absolutely. Sure. After sneaking one last look, I follow Yuna inside. Trying to get our surroundings. That's what we're doing. We're trying to understand where every building is so we know where to go. She takes me through a series of hallways before pausing in front of a door marked Campus Administration. We both reach for the door at the same time, but I'm faster. Chivalry is not dead. She smiles as I hold the door for her. That's cute.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. What would have been a spacious office is instead crowded with irritated students. Only one person mans the desk, and he does not look like someone who is particularly accommodating. Yuna points to a row of chairs against the far wall.
I'll wait for you over there.
Sounds good. I'll wait in line and do this in the orderly way. Thanks. Hopefully this doesn't take too long. If it does, feel free to leave. I don't want you to be late.
Don't worry. I have some time.
Oh, that's good. She smiles reassuringly before heading over to the seats. I stand in line. As I crane my neck to see the front of the line, I catch the scowl on the administrator's face. He shakes his head, but the student continues to argue with him. This is going to take.
Next.
Is that us? The line crawls at a steady pace, and after what seems like forever, finally walk up to the counter. Hi, I need a parking pass for a motorcycle. I'm guessing this character is kind of blacked out because they haven't developed a character model yet or given him a name. That's my guess. Again, this is an alpha.
You'll have to fill out your request online, which you can access through your web link. Approval takes about 1 to 2 weeks, and if approved, a physical pass will be mailed to you.
Wish I would have known that. I would have done that instead of waited in line. Before I can respond, he looks past me.
Next.
Thanks, jerk. Hold on. I plant a hand firmly on his desk. He scowls at me.
What?
Who does he think he is, Brian? Well, he's the administrator. Let's talk about it. So, this is another one of those moments where I wish I had thought about before speaking. He waits for me to finish, but I can see the impatience building in his eyes. It's now or never. Try and flirt with him, try and be reasonable, make an elaborate sob story. My dog ate it. Let's try to be reasonable. Let's see if we can find him. Let's not flirt with him, because probably better looking. It's such a complicated process for something so simple. There must be an easier way. Man taps on his desk with a finger.
There isn't. If you have an issue with this process, you could send a complaint online.
Fine. Just a bike pass.
I don't have time for this.
He tries to look around me, but I block him. Come on. I hold his gaze. Just when I think he's about to give in, his expression hardens.
Nope. Next.
Darn. I sigh in resignation. There is no getting through to him. So I turn around and start to head out. Suddenly, Eunice is beside me. Her smile falters when she sees my face.
Is everything okay?
No, this guy won't give me everything. Shrug. I wasn't able to get a pass. She frowns, her eyebrows knit delicately together.
Hold on.
What can you do for me? She walks straight to the desk, much to the dismay of the student in line. The man seems nervous by her approach. I can't hear what she says, but he looks ashamed and withdraws the pass from a drawer. As she plucks the pass from his fingers, she thanks him with a slight bow of her head, which he returns. Did she just get us a pass? What did she do? Yuna returns with a soft smile on her face and holds out the pass.
Here you go.
Thank you. How on earth did she do that? Maybe she used magic, or those hypnotic eyes of hers. Pretty hypnotic. Right, the pass. Focus. Oh yeah, thanks. She smiles.
No problem at all.
I'm sure it was, and he made it look very easy. I take it from her and put it in my wallet. We head out as another flood of students enter the office. Guess it's time for class. There seem to be fewer students milling around outside and more hurrying towards classes. I check the time, 25 minutes until class starts.
Do you know where your first class is?
I don't know. Yeah, it's here. I show her the campus map on my phone. A small flashing light indicates where I need to be.
Oh, that's close by. I can walk there with you.
Cool. Get to be honored by her company. That'd be great. Get to show me around a little bit. While I'm still technically a second year, I'm still a first year here. We head down one of the narrow paths. It leads straight to a regal-looking building with tall, arching windows. Only a few students are meandering about.
This is it.
Thanks, Yuna. Thanks, you've been a big help today.
It's no problem at all.
I'm glad you were here to help us. I'm glad we ran into you on the bus. And you're off to psychology?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I hope you have a good class. What other classes do you have this semester? What? Pulls out her phone, I do the same, and we study each other's schedules.
Well, it looks like we have history of robotics together on Friday.
Oh, that sounds like fun. I guess that means we'll be seeing a lot more of each other. We both exchange smiles. See, our flirting game's already on point. I notice the time on my phone, 15 minutes until class. My class is starting soon. Yuna peers at her phone before tucking it back into her pocket.
Oh, right. I have to go or I'll be late. See you Friday?
Absolutely. I nod and we go our separate ways. After a few steps, I realize I don't have any way to contact her apart from our class on Friday. I turn around, but she's already a good distance away. Moron. Let it go. We'll see her Friday. We're just gonna let it go. Let it go. Can't ask for a number anymore. Okay, that's definitely a Frozen reference. I'm not surprised by this. She's already too far away. I'll talk to her on Friday. It's not like we're not gonna see her again. I watch as she disappears around the corner. Alright, I think I'm actually going to leave this episode here. We've done quite a bit, and I think next time then we'll pick up on our first day of class and see where things go from there. So this has been Ace Academy. Again, this is a visual anime novel with some sort of dating sim aspect to it that's currently in alpha with some side of sci-fi robotic stuff to it as well, and hopefully we get a chance to dive into that a little later as well. If you did enjoy the video, hit the like button, leave a comment below. I do encourage you guys to check it out on Steam. It looks like it's a great game so far. I haven't encountered any bugs or glitches just yet, so we'll take a look to see what happens. And I hope to see you guys all again next time. And remember, everyone, save the cheerleader, save the world. My name is Sylarclone, and next time I will see you guys again at Ace Academy. Take care.